You guys already knew. You guys were trolling us.
Yeah.
I'm joined by esteemed voice actor of, I'm not even going to list all the credits you've done because we'll be here all day. But I will say, in my household, you were known as the voice of Animal on Muppet Babies. But also shows like Big Hero 6 and some forgotten show called Star Wars: The Clone Wars that may or may not have made some news here.
It arises from the ashes.
At the Clone Wars 10th anniversary panel, they announced the return of the Clone Wars with 12 new episodes. Wow, I mean,
yes,
you could hear the ecstatic screams.
It was deafening.
A mile away.
It was deafening. The emergence of a new hope, once again, has arisen from the Star Wars world. We were very excited about that, and of course, we couldn't say anything about it. And the secrecy of the surprise is always very important in the Star Wars storytelling world. And man, it was a deafening roar and standing ovation both times they showed the trailer. And so gratifying to see that come back and let Dave kind of finish what he and George had started.
How long have you had to sit on that secret?
I've been sitting on that secret for, I think about 4 months, three months maybe, 3 or 4 months.
So when you joined Ashley Eckstein for the little photo shoot for some of the Star Wars themed merchandise for her Universe line, you guys already knew. You guys were trolling us.
Yeah, we knew, and we couldn't say. And even I don't know that Matt and James knew. Maybe they did. I mean, it's really hard for that stuff to be contained.
I love the fact that you guys are so close, and I think so many fans really appreciate to see that you guys interact with each other. You see each other at shows a lot, and it's very unique in that way because they feel that you guys are almost like a quote-unquote family. I know voice acting is kind of solitary. You guys don't all record in the same room for the most part, right? You guys do your lines separately?
It depends on the show. Some shows they'll record as...
Was Clone Wars different?
Clone Wars, that's mostly a cast record. And some other shows they'll do a cast record. But others they bring you in separately. It's kind of different show for show. Okay. But the Clone Wars, we had a unique relationship because, I mean, we were sort of in the bunker together for a couple of years to begin with before it was even announced and before there was even a channel to distribute the show on. We had two chapters recorded and we didn't know where it was going to air. That never ever happens. I mean, that was just because it was sort of the end of George Lucas's reign, and happily, I mean, his involvement and his creative ideas can now, reach fulfillment and fruition again through Clone Wars.
Well, and that's a good point. When you guys started the Clone Wars, you guys essentially helped keep the franchise alive. It was after the prequels. Interest had waned a little bit. You know all about the mixed feelings that people have about the prequels, and then the Clone Wars comes out, not very high expectations, I would say, and then the show finds its audience, and it really finds an audience, and for a lot of people, it helps save the franchise.
Well, that's one way to look at it, yeah, and I can understand that. The thing that I think is really important for people who love Star Wars and who love the television iterations of Star Wars to realize is that George Lucas was directly involved with the Clone Wars, and this was the culmination of his Star Wars storytelling. So it all fits together as a piece, and it even retroactively it really beautifully augments what came together in the prequels as well. So that I mean personally, I like the prequels even better because of what was brought out in the Clone Wars in terms of...
It informs it a lot better, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, the personalities and the stakes that were involved. The television format, I think, really lends itself to the economy of the storytelling and the upping of the stakes and the fun and just the movement of it. And I think that gets back to the inspiration of what Star Wars originally was, which were these old serials that was quick, down and dirty storytelling that really moved.
You voiced Captain Rex
Yes,
and a
sir.
whole slew of clone troopers.
Lots of clones.
I'm assuming you're going to voice all those voices again in the new season.
Oh, yes, sir.
That's coming up.
Yes.
Is there one character in the Star Wars universe you haven't voiced yet that you want to take a shot at in this next season?
I really like doing the weird stuff, and I would love to do more aliens. I'd love to do more aliens that require subtitles. I ever since Greedo, I just love the subtitles, and so I would love to do more of that kind of stuff, like Queen Karina, the Geonosian Queen. It sounds like a Billy Ocean song, doesn't it? Geonosian.